What's going on, y'all? It's Greg. Greg said it. Y'all, we back. And this thing just keep on going. Just like I said, January, slow time rolling into, I guess, the final deadline. School about to start real soon. Classes about to start. Ain't no hanging around. We see players popping in and out like popcorn, right? It's that time. Final countdown. And with all of that, y'all, we find out Mr. Nick Saban said that's enough. That's enough. Nick Saban said, I'm done. He been flirting with it. I guess this new landscape is just not worth hanging around. So he's moving on. And that's a beautiful thing, I guess. We see powers rising and powers going down. It's going to be different for Alabama. They've been on top for a long time up under him. And dominant. Georgia started to rise. Clemson had his little time. And it opens up opportunity for a lot of new players in the game. Why not Coach Prime, y'all? A lot of people say he can't coach. A lot of people hating on him. And they hate on his coaching staff. Maybe legit in a lot of ways. It was some questionable stuff. We did see some questionable play calling. But, hey, they got rid of offensive coordinator. So you going to blame now, right? Offensive line coach, line one block, he gone. Even the defense coordinator gone. He gone. Our edge rushers, our ends coach gone. We didn't want him to go. Nick Williams. So, Coach Charles Kelly gone. So, like I said weeks ago, you got a fresh start one way or another. It got to be some real sick stuff to do the exact same thing with a whole nother group of people. It's a whole different philosophy, a whole different people. Even the players. Some of the players are gone. We got a lot of players come back, which is good. Don't have to totally rebuild like people making out to be. But, hey, he had saved about 10 scholarships last year. And he got some people leaving. You know, some people graduating or going on, trying for the NFL. And you know what you need. Why not load up? Why not load up on the O-line that you can get? Why not load up on the D-line? You didn't need a lot of secondary. You see what they're loading up at. And you know what they still want. More D-linemen, more linebackers. That's the focus right now. O-line. Decent. Had a few of them returning and got some coming in. It's going to be competitive. You don't need a whole lot more. But why not Coach Prime? When it comes to competing for these scholarships, he's proven to be in the top dogs. With all the top dogs for the top guys. You say they trolling, maybe not. Maybe all the above. But we see that Colorado, as bad as Colorado has played or the record has been, Coach Prime has got them in the top 3, top 5 of most of the top guys. They've been in the conversation, right? So now moving one of the power players out, one of the strongholds of the trenches when it comes to SEC. We know where the big dogs go, the SEC. And we know the big dogs of the big dogs is Alabama. Then you got Georgia. And then you got some of these other guys. But when you talk about trenches, you don't. Nobody representing the trenches better than Alabama. So with Alabama, what do you call it? Deteriorating this monopoly that Alabama's had. We now get to see, at least even right now, some guys may be moving around. He maybe even get a couple pieces. They've been overstocked for a long time in talent. To the point where people say, why are these boys transferring? You a 4-5 star. You 3rd, 4th on the depth chart. It's very competitive. They've been overstocked. It's time that maybe we can redistribute the talent. Not just in the SEC, but throughout the country. Maybe. Alabama's still going to be decent. They've been so loaded. But, man, it's an opportunity where you see guys decommitting that wanted to go to this overstock program, guaranteed to be in the playoff every year, win it, go to the SEC championship. Them in Georgia has been consistent. It opens up opportunity at SEC now. Maybe Texas got a chance to do something. You know, in that what is that? The East or the West? Maybe. That's a major door that's been blocked a long time by Alabama. Alabama been getting Auburn a hard time over there. So it opens the door for a Mizzou, Texas, maybe Oklahoma. Slide on in there for the SEC. But, you know, playoff, you know, that's going to be interesting too, because I don't know how they're going to select that. Is it just the top ranked team? So, yay. One less juggernaut you have to face, at least for now. Because they got to start over with a new program. Got to start over. So, it just opens doors for everyone. But why not Coach Prime? Why can't Coach Prime get a few bites? You know, get a few crumbs. Get a little off the tree. When you look at Colorado and what they're building, and you know, he's been with Nick Saban, you know, he's the new, he hasn't proven himself yet, right? But he's had the buzz of Alabama. Merch sales, ticket sales, TV views. All he got to do is put the wins together and the players together now. Why wouldn't some of those guys want to come to Colorado? Could Colorado spear off, depending on what happened this season, we know, into being a emerging powerhouse? Just come out of nowhere. Colorado has the opportunity to build something right now that can take on the momentum. We know Shedeur is going to be leaving. This season will say a lot. The underclassmen definitely need to play because they the next guys up. The depth, they need some of that Alabama-like depth. And they got it in some positions. They definitely got it in the receiver room. Running back room, decent. A lot of them guys are older. Well, actually, Savion is probably going to be the oldest. So they add a couple pieces maybe next year. And, you know, they have the line continue to refurbish. D-line is pretty young. Defensive secondary is getting older. They're going to need to do a lot next year. So this season really has going to say a lot about, should I go to Colorado? Is Colorado potentially a place that I can play in that is going to be consistently at the top of their conference? Consistently in this playoff, especially with the new format from 12 teams now that was originally just 4. Could Colorado do that? This season will say a lot. Could he build a powerhouse to the likes of Alabama? Start to get those big guys to come over there, open up holes. The monopoly has shifted. You know, the closest thing we got to it now is Georgia. As far as consistently going to these playoffs, Alabama-like consistency, Alabama-like production, the undefeated seasons in the SEC, in the SEC championship, winning the SEC championship, right? Alabama snuck them this year, right? Georgia would have been in the national championship. Alabama out the way. Maybe it opens up Georgia to be in the SEC. That team that just always there. But I don't see all the players going to Georgia now. So we're going to spread this thing out. It's going to be interesting. Especially, you know, when the coach leaves, you get an extra 30-day window to decide if you want to leave. And the fact that school is about to start and training is about to start soon. We're going to see a lot of activity that's pretty interesting over these next several days. Because even though you got that 30-day window, class is about to start. Y'all tell me what you think. This is just Greg what Greg said it. Make sure y'all like, share, subscribe. Comment. It's possible. I'll talk to y'all soon.